Okay. In the inky vastness of space, the celestial sea whispered beyond the rim of known star charts. It was a region veiled in cosmic myths and legends, spoken of by starfarers in hushed tones over the glow of distant suns. It was said that the sea was teeming with riches unimaginable, yet guarded by mysteries that defied the understanding of even the most advanced civilizations. Captain Elara Voss sat at the helm of the Starbreaker, a nimble vessel built for speed and stealth. Her crew, an eclectic mix of humans, androids, and alien species, had long since grown accustomed to the captain's penchant for perilous expeditions. Today, however, was unlike any other. They were venturing into the celestial sea itself, chasing a signal of unknown origin that pulsed like a beacon from the heart of the mystery. "Captain," chimed Rylor, the ship's resident xenolinguist and expert on ancient technology. His purple skin shimmered under the bridge lights, a stark contrast to the human members of the crew. "We're approaching the coordinates you specified. The signal's intensity is increasing." Elara nodded, her eyes fixed on the holographic display hovering before her. "Prepare for sublight transition. We need to maintain a low signature. Last thing we want is to draw attention from whoever else might be out here." The bridge hummed with tension as the Starbreaker slipped from the confines of faster-than-light travel, easing into the celestial sea with a gentle lurch. Outside the viewports, a kaleidoscope of colors danced across the void, a vibrant aurora that shimmered with an otherworldly beauty. "Magnificent," whispered Jax, the ship's engineer, who stood transfixed by the display. "Never seen anything like it." The signal they'd been chasing had led them here, to a region where sensors struggled against interference and navigation became a game of guesswork. Elara frowned, her instincts tingling with the promise of both discovery and danger. "Rylor, anything on the signal yet?" Elara asked, her voice steady, despite the knot tightening in her stomach. "It's changing," Rylor replied, his fingers dancing over the controls. "It's as if it wants to be found, like it's adapting to us." An alarm blared, cutting through the tense atmosphere. Arya, the ship's AI, spoke with her usual calm precision. "Unidentified vessel approaching at high velocity. Suggest evasive maneuvers." Elara's heart leaped. "Jax, divert power to shields. Rylor, keep working on that signal. We might need it as a bargaining chip." The Starbreaker danced through the void, dodging beams of energy as the hostile craft bore down on them. It was sleek, predatory, with no visible markings, a ghost ship in the dark cosmos. "Captain," shouted Maeve, the tactical officer, "they're locking weapons." "Return fire, but aim to disable," Elara ordered, her mind racing. "We need to know who they are and what they want." Under Maeve's skilled command, the Starbreaker launched precise bursts of plasma, the luminescent bolts lighting up the space between them. With deft maneuvers, they managed to clip the enemy ship's engines, sending it into a slow spin. "Direct hit," Maeve confirmed, her voice tinged with satisfaction. As the enemy vessel drifted, their comms crackled to life. The voice that came through was distorted, alien, yet strangely familiar. "Starbreaker, you have trespassed into forbidden space. Leave now or face annihilation." Elara stood firm, determination etched into her features. "Not until we know who you are and why you've attacked us." Silence stretched before the reply came, the voice now clearer, almost human. "We are the wardens of the celestial sea. Turn back, or you will bear witness to the wrath of the ancients." Elara exchanged a look with Rylor, who shook his head, perplexed. The signal they were tracking pulsed once more, a rhythm entwined with urgency. There was something more here, something beyond their understanding, and they couldn't turn back, not yet. "Arya, prepare for a tactical jump," Elara commanded, her mind made up. "Let's see if we can outmaneuver them." Before Arya could respond, the signal suddenly flared, engulfing the Starbreaker in a blinding surge of light. The ship shuddered, systems flickering as a new force gripped them, pulling them toward an unseen source. "What the hell is happening?" Jax yelled, clutching his station as the hull creaked ominously. "We're caught in some kind of gravitational anomaly," Arya reported, her voice steady even as data streamed across her virtual interface. "It's pulling us in, hard." The crew braced themselves as the Starbreaker plunged deeper, the stars outside stretching into elongated streaks. The aurora's colors intensified, swirling like a cosmic maelstrom. And then, just as suddenly as it began, the light receded. The ship sailed into a region of space unlike any other, bordered by the luminous waves of the celestial sea. "Status report," Elara demanded, her voice firm though her heart raced. "System's stable, but we're somewhere else," Jax replied, eyes wide with awe. "This place, it's like another dimension." The comms crackled again, the same voice speaking now with an unmistakable urgency. "You have been brought to the heart of the celestial sea. You must heed the ancient call or risk awakening the shadows that sleep within." Elara turned to her crew, the weight of their situation settling over her. Whatever lay ahead, it would require all their courage and skill. The signal continued to beckon, and as the crew exchanged determined nods, Elara knew they were ready to face whatever the celestial sea had to reveal. Part 2. The Echoes of Eternity. The Starbreaker floated serenely within the heart of the celestial sea, surrounded by veils of shifting light so vibrant that they seemed to resonate with a symphony of hidden harmonies. Elara adjusted her captain's jacket and surveyed the panoramic vista. The sea was a place of surreal beauty, and yet, beneath its allure, a pulse of foreboding urged caution. Ryler tapped an array of holographic interfaces, his brow furrowed with concentration. "I've isolated a secondary signal," he said, breaking the reverent silence. "It's different from the primary one, coded, like a beacon." Elara leaned closer, intrigued. "Where's it coming from?" Ryler gestured to the view screen, which zoomed in to reveal a distant structure silhouetted against the auroral backdrop. It was a massive, spiraling construct of unknown origin, its architecture a testament to some forgotten civilization. "Looks like some kind of station," Maeve mused, studying the structure. "I'd wager that's where our answers lie," Elara said, her voice brimming with determination. "Arya, plot a course. We'll approach with caution." The Starbreaker glided towards the enigmatic station, careful to avoid the eddies of energy swirling all around them. As they neared, the immense scale of the structure became apparent, vast enough to dwarf even the largest capital ships known. Intricate patterns adorned its surface, glimmering with an opalescent sheen. The crew gathered around the main viewport, each lost in their own thoughts as they approached the hangar bay that yawned open invitingly, as if expecting their arrival. "Prepare for docking procedures," Elara instructed, her voice echoing with the authority that had earned her the loyalty of her diverse crew. Jax worked the controls with finesse, guiding the vessel into the station's docking arm. Magnetic clamps engaged, securing the Starbreaker in place. A soft thud marked their arrival, and the crew, with a blend of excitement and trepidation, readied themselves for the venture beyond. As they stepped onto the station, a hush fell over them. The air was tinged with an ancient essence, a sensory tapestry, woven from time itself. Hallways stretched into the distance, illuminated by a gentle ambient glow that seemed to emanate from the walls themselves. "This place is incredible," Jax murmured, his gaze darting between the intricate carvings that adorned the walls. How old do you think this is? Older than anything in our records, for sure, Ryler responded, his voice echoing with academic awe. It's as if this place predates even the concept of time. They moved cautiously through the corridors, guided by the signal's rhythmic pulse. The deeper they ventured, the more pronounced the ethereal murmurs became, a symphony of voices whispering in languages lost to the ages. Elara held up a hand, halting their progress. "Do you hear that?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The crew strained, listening. Amid the murmur, a distinct melody surfaced, weaving a hauntingly beautiful tune that tugged at the edges of consciousness. "It's as if the station is alive," Maeve said, her eyes wide with wonder. They followed the music, drawn toward its source. It led them to a vast chamber, dominated by a crystalline obelisk that pulsed with an inner light, resonating in harmony with the melody. Ryler approached it reverently. "This is the heart of the station," he said, awestruck. "I believe it's a repository of knowledge." The obelisk shimmered, projecting a holographic display that flooded the chamber with ancient symbols. The crew watched in fascination as Ryler deciphered the languages, his fingers tracing patterns in the air. "It speaks of a civilization that once thrived here," Ryler translated, his voice reverent. "They were custodians of the celestial sea, protectors of its secrets." Elara absorbed the revelation, her mind racing. Custodians? Could they be the wardens? The chamber trembled, the obelisk's glow intensifying. Images flickered to life around them, visions of a grand civilization, their cities shimmering amidst the stars, their ships navigating the cosmic currents. "But there's more," Ryler continued, his voice now tinged with urgency. "The sea harbors an entity, one that must not be disturbed. The shadows the wardens spoke of, they're real." The crew exchanged uneasy glances, the weight of their discovery settling upon them. It was clear now that they had stumbled upon something far greater than they had anticipated. "We have to leave," Elara declared, her instincts screaming with urgency. "We can't risk awakening whatever's sleeping here." But as they turned to retrace their steps, the melodic symphony shifted into a discordant cacophony, the station shuddering with a force that knocked them to the ground. "What's happening?" Maeve cried out, clutching a support beam. "The station's destabilizing," Arya's voice interjected, her tone laced with electronic apprehension. "We triggered something when the obelisk was activated." Panic threatened to take hold, but Elara forced calm into her voice. "Get back to the ship, now!" They raced through the corridors, the station crumbling around them. The walls warped and twisted, as if reality itself was unraveling. The once serene glow, now a chaotic storm. They reached the Starbreaker, breathless and bruised. Elara scrambled into the captain's chair, while Jax fired up the engines with desperate speed. "Disengage docking clamps," Elara ordered, her fingers flying over the console. The Starbreaker surged free, but before they could escape, the station imploded, a supernova of energy cascading outwards. "Brace for impact," Jax yelled over the roar of the collapsing station. The shockwave hurled the ship through the celestial sea, stars and colors blurring into a whirlpool of light. The crew clung to their stations as the ship was buffeted by forces beyond comprehension. And then, just as quickly as it began, the turbulence subsided. The Starbreaker drifted in a tranquil patch of space, the station's destruction a distant memory. Elara exhaled shakily, her hands trembling on the controls. "Is everyone okay?" One by one, her crew reported in, shaken but unharmed. The relief was palpable, yet the weight of their discovery lingered. "We have to report this," Maeve said, breaking the silence. "The galaxy needs to know what's out here." Elara nodded, her resolve solidifying. They had seen the wonders and the horrors of the celestial sea, and though they had escaped by the skin of their teeth, they had a duty to share what they had learned. As the Starbreaker plotted a course back to familiar space, Elara cast one last look at the shimmering expanse of the sea. It was a place of unfathomable beauty and danger, and though they would leave its mysteries for now, its echoes would remain with them forever. Part 3. The Veil of the Unknown. The voice on the transmission lingered in the air, an enigmatic presence that set the crew on edge. Elara adjusted her stance, every instinct tuned to the subtle shifts in this unexpected encounter. "And who might you be?" Elara questioned, maintaining a composed professionalism despite the unease threading through her. The voice chuckled softly, a sound that danced across the bridge like a whisper of wind. "I am an observer, much like yourself. We share a mutual interest in the celestial sea and its secrets." Elara exchanged a glance with Ryler, whose curiosity was palpable. "You've been watching us?" "In a manner of speaking," the voice replied. "I represent a group known as the Consortium. We seek to understand the very fabric of the universe, particularly the phenomena you encountered." Ilara's mind raced. The Consortium was a shadowy alliance, rumored to be operating on the fringes of known space. Many believed they were more myth than reality. Yet here was a voice claiming to speak for them. "What do you want from us?" Elara asked, her tone guarded. "The sea is awakening," the voice continued, its calm unyielding. "Your actions have set in motion forces that could alter the balance of our galaxy. We would ensure that this knowledge does not fall into reckless hands." "We didn't mean to awaken anything," Elara said, her words a plea for understanding. "We were explorers, nothing more." "Nonetheless, the ripples have been cast," the voice countered, a hint of intrigue threading its words. "Our interest lies in preventing a cascade of unintended consequences." Elara considered this, weighing the gravity of their situation. The sea's mysteries were vast and deep, and the consequences of their actions were only now beginning to unfold. "How do we know we can trust you?" Ryler interjected, embodying the caution that Elara felt but hadn't voiced. "Trust is a rare commodity," the voice acknowledged. "Consider this a collaborative opportunity. Our resources are substantial. Together, we can uncover the truths hidden within the sea and ensure its guardians remain at peace." Elara paused, contemplating this unexpected turn of events. The Consortium's offer was an olive branch, albeit one wrapped in shadows and uncertainty. "What would you have us do?" Elara asked, finally, her resolve steeled by the weight of responsibility. "Meet us on the planet Lyrian 7, the voice instructed, an undercurrent of urgency now lacing its tone. "There we will discuss how to proceed. And Captain Voss, tread carefully. The sea's echoes are far-reaching." With that, the transmission ended, leaving the bridge in pregnant silence. Maeve, who had been listening intently, broke the stillness. "Do you trust them, Captain?" Elara leaned back in her chair, her gaze fixed on the stars that streaked past the viewport. "I trust that they know more than we do right now, and I trust that our actions have consequences we need to understand." The decision made, the crew went about preparing for the journey to Lyrian 7, a previously uncharted world rumored to be a hub of clandestine exchanges and covert meetings. As they traveled, the crew found themselves drawn deeper into the enigma of the Consortium and what their involvement signified. Lyrian 7 loomed into view, a vibrant planet swathed in emerald forests and crystalline waters. The Starbreaker descended through the atmosphere, guided by coordinates provided by their mysterious contact. Elara felt a mixture of anticipation and trepidation as they approached a secluded landing site nestled within a verdant valley. The air on Lyrian 7 was crisp and fragrant, carrying the scent of blossoms and earth. The crew disembarked, their senses alive with the delicate symphony of an alien ecosystem, unlike any they had encountered before. As they made their way through the dense foliage, their surroundings buzzed with life. Chirping creatures darting through the canopy, vibrant flora that shimmered in the sunlight. Their path led them to a glade where a sleek silver shuttle awaited, its surface gleaming under the dappled sunlight. As they approached, a hatch slid open, and a figure emerged, a tall humanoid clad in a flowing robe that seemed to shift colors with the ambient light. "Welcome, Captain Voss," the figure greeted, their voice resonating with the same calm authority as the transmission. "I am Idris, your liaison with the consortium." Idris's presence exuded an aura of serenity, a stark contrast to the shadows that surrounded the consortium's reputation. Elara inclined her head in acknowledgement. "Idris, it's a relief to put a face to the voice. We came as instructed." Idris gestured towards a circle of elegantly carved stone benches, inviting them to sit. "We understand the burden you carry, Captain. The sea is a place of immense potential, both wondrous and perilous." As they settled, Idris produced a small device, projecting a holographic map of the celestial sea. "You are not the first to venture into its depths, nor will you be the last. The sea's guardians have long watched over its secrets, but disturbances such as yours can awaken forces best left at rest." Elara leaned forward, absorbing the implications. "What kind of forces?" Idris's expression was grave. "The sea is home to an ancient consciousness, a sentience that perceives reality in dimensions beyond our comprehension. It sleeps, but when roused, its influence spreads like ripples across a pond." Ryler nodded, his scholarly curiosity piqued. "The obelisk we encountered spoke of shadows. Is this the consciousness you refer to?" Idris nodded. "Indeed. The shadows are manifestations of its awareness, echoes of its presence within the fabric of space-time. Our fear is that a full awakening could disrupt the balance of everything we know." The crew exchanged uneasy glances, the magnitude of their situation unfurling before them. "And you believe we can help prevent this?" Elara asked, a note of hope in her voice. Idris smiled, a gesture as soothing as the gentle breeze that rustled the leaves above. "With your knowledge and our resources, we can guide our efforts to calm the sea's resonance. Together, we can ensure its guardians remain at peace." Alara's decision was instinctual. The path ahead was fraught with uncertainty, but it was one they had to walk. "Then let's not waste any time." Idris rose, motioning towards the shuttle. "Come with me, and I will show you what the consortium has learned. Our journey begins anew, with newfound allies and a mission that transcended the boundaries of space and time." The crew of the Starbreaker stepped into the shuttle, their resolve fortified by the promise of what lay ahead. As the shuttle soared into the skies of Lyrian 7, the vibrant planet receding beneath them, Elara felt a sense of purpose she hadn't realized she was missing. The echoes of the celestial sea had called them into the unknown, and together they would meet its challenges head-on, navigating the shadows with courage and unity. A Part 4 Chronicles of the Celestial Resonance. The shuttle glided effortlessly above Lyrian 7's verdant expanse, its sleek silhouette tracing a path across the planet's emerald seas and sun-dappled forests. Inside, the hum of the engines was a subtle accompaniment to the thoughts racing through Alara's mind. Idris, seated across from her, exuded a calm assurance that mirrored the serene landscape below. As they ascended into Lyrian 7's stratosphere, Idris initiated the shuttle's cloaking mechanism, rendering them invisible to all but the most sophisticated sensors. The vessel banked sharply, altering its course toward a distant range of crystalline mountains that shimmered under the sun, their peaks piercing into the azure sky like the spires of an ancient citadel. "This range is known as the Singer's Crescents," Idris explained, gesturing to the magnificent vista unfolding beyond the shuttle's viewport. "It is a place of convergence where the resonance of the sea is most profound. The shuttle descended gracefully, weaving between the jagged peaks until it entered a hidden valley, lush with luminescent flora and winding streams that sang with the crystalline chime of moving water. They landed silently on a plateau overlooking the valley, a natural amphitheater where the air vibrated with a melody that seemed to emanate from the very stones. As the crew disembarked, they were greeted by a group of figures clad in robes similar to Idris's, their garments imbued with the colors of a starry night sky. Their expressions were warm, their presence as soothing as the gentle breeze that carried the scent of alien blues. "Welcome," a figure spoke, her voice melodic and rich, resonating with an aura of wisdom and kindness. "I am Leora, keeper of the song and caretaker of the crescents." Elara inclined her head in greeting. "It's an honor to be here, Leora. We hope to learn from you." Leora smiled, her eyes twinkling with a light that seemed to echo the stars themselves. "Knowledge is a tapestry, each thread woven with care and understanding. The sea is vast, and its wisdom is boundless." As they followed Leora and Idris deeper into the valley, the crew marveled at the vibrant ecosystem thriving within the shadow of the crescents. Creatures of ethereal beauty flitted between luminescent blooms, their wings casting iridescent light across the verdant canopy. The very air seemed to pulse with life, resonating with the symphony that permeated the landscape. They arrived at a circular clearing, where a massive monolith of translucent crystal stood. It was etched with intricate symbols that pulsed with an inner light, their glow shifting in harmony with the music of the valley. "This is the resonant stone," Leora explained, her voice reverent. "It is attuned to the sea's currents, a conduit for channeling and understanding its power." Ryler approached the monolith, his fingers grazing its surface. "These symbols? They're similar to those we saw in the station." Leora nodded, her expression serene. The same civilization created both. They were the first to hear the sea's song and learn its secrets. We are their descendants, custodians of their legacy. Alora stepped forward, her heart steady with purpose. "We've set something in motion, Leora. We need to ensure the sea remains undisturbed." "The sea's song is delicate," Leora replied, her gaze meeting Alara's with steady resolve. "To silence its echoes is to restore balance. But first, we must understand the nature of the disruption." Idris gestured to the monolith. "The resonant stone can help. Through it, we will attempt to calm the sea's currents and prevent a greater awakening." The crew gathered around the monolith, each member lending their presence and intent to the task at hand. As Idris and Leora began an incantation, a harmonious chant that seemed to draw power from the very earth, Elara felt an energy ripple through her, a connection that transcended time and space. The symbols on the monolith shone brighter, casting a celestial glow over the clearing. The song of the valley intensified, weaving itself into an intricate tapestry that resonated with the crew's unified purpose. A sense of peace enveloped them, the music wrapping around their hearts like a comforting embrace. For a moment, Elara glimpsed a vision, a cosmic ocean, its depths teeming with life and light, the currents vast and infinite. Within it, she felt the slumbering consciousness, vast and ancient, its awareness brushing against her own like a gentle caress. Then, as quickly as the vision appeared, it receded, leaving behind a profound stillness. The music of the valley returned to its serene harmony, the light of the monolith dimming to a gentle glow. Leora exhaled softly, a quiet contentment in her demeanor. The resonance has been calmed, for now. The sea will continue to sing, but its slumber is secure. Elara felt a sense of relief wash over her, the weight of their journey lifting. Thank you, Leora. Idris, we couldn't have done this without you. Idris inclined his head, a glint of genuine warmth in his eyes. The sea will always call to those who listen. You have shown great courage and understanding. As they made their way back to the shuttle, the valley's beauty seemed even more vibrant, each step resonating with the echo of their shared success. The crew exchanged looks of camaraderie, their shared experience binding them closer. Back aboard the shuttle, as they ascended above the Singer's crescents, Elara gazed out at the landscape below. The sense of fulfillment and unity buoyed her spirits, and she knew that their journey with the consortium was far from over. The sea's mysteries would continue to beckon, its secrets waiting to be revealed. With new allies and a newfound understanding of the balance they must maintain, the crew of the Starbreaker was ready to embrace the future, navigating the celestial currents with courage and wisdom. As they soared above Lyrian 7, the stars welcomed them back into their cosmic embrace. The galaxy, whispering promises of adventures yet to come. Art 5. The Whispering Stars. The Starbreaker cruised through the vastness of space, its sleek hull gliding silently between the tapestry of stars. The crew, buoyed by their recent success on Lyrian 7, embraced a renewed sense of purpose. They had calmed the resonance of the celestial sea, but the universe was vast, and its mysteries boundless. In the days following their departure from Lyrian 7, Elara felt a subtle pull, a beckoning from the stars themselves, as if they were whispering secrets meant only for those who dared to listen. She spent hours on the observation deck, watching the celestial dance unfold beyond the ship's protective barrier. The stars, twinkling in their silent ballet, seemed alive with possibilities. One evening, as the ship sailed through the tranquil void, Ryler joined Elara on the observation deck. The ambient glow from the ship's systems painted gentle hues across his features, his presence a comforting constant. Feeling the call of the stars, Captain? Ryler asked, his voice a soft murmur that mingled with the hum of the ship. Elara nodded, her gaze fixed on a particularly bright cluster of stars. It's as if they're singing a song we've only begun to understand. There's something out there, Ryler. Something waiting to be discovered. He followed her gaze, the stars reflecting in his eyes. The sea taught us that the universe is a symphony of echoes. Perhaps there's another note waiting to be heard. As if in response to their musings, the ship's console chimed softly, drawing their attention. Aria, the ship's AI, spoke with a serene clarity that matched the moment. Captain, we're receiving a transmission. It's faint, originating from an unexplored region. Elara's curiosity piqued. Put it through. The transmission crackled with static, a distant melody threading through the interference, a hauntingly beautiful tune that resonated with the deep chords of the sea's song. The notes wove a tapestry of longing and mystery, an invitation tendered by the cosmos itself. Where is it coming from? Elara asked, her intuition tingling with the promise of discovery. Aria's holographic display projected a map of the surrounding sector, pinpointing a region that lay beyond the fringes of charted space. The signal originates from the ethereal expanse, a region known for its gravitational anomalies and elusive phenomena. Ryler leaned closer, his academic curiosity rekindled. The expanse is rumored to be a nexus of cosmic currents. Few have ventured there and returned with their sanity intact. Elara considered the prospect, her mind alight with possibilities. We have a chance to explore what others fear to approach. Let's see where this song leads. With a nod from Ryler and the assent of her crew, Elara set a course for the ethereal expanse, the Starbreaker accelerating into the starlit depths, drawn toward the mysterious melody. As they approached the expanse, the stars themselves seemed to shift, their light bending and refracting in patterns that defied logical explanation. The ship's sensors struggled to maintain coherence, the gravitational fluctuations, a dizzying ballet of forces. "Brace yourselves." Jax called from engineering, his voice steady despite the turbulence. "This is going to be a wild ride." The Starbreaker dived into the heart of the expanse, the cosmic currents swirling around them like an unseen tempest. The ship's hull groaned and creaked under the stress, but held firm, guided by Jax's expert hands and the ship's resilient design. As they navigated the roiling maelstrom, Elara sensed the melody intensifying, each note resonating with the ship's very core. It was as if the universe itself was speaking, a voice older and wiser than any they had encountered. Then, as suddenly as it began, the chaos subsided. The Starbreaker emerged into a realm of celestial tranquility, the ethereal expanse revealing itself in all its enigmatic beauty. Before them stretched a cosmic tapestry woven with shimmering nebulae and glittering star clusters, their hues as varied as the spectrum of light itself. The stars sang with an ethereal harmony, a soundless symphony that resonated with the crew's very souls. "We made it," Maeve breathed, her eyes wide with wonder as she took in the breathtaking vista. Elara nodded, her heart swelling with awe. "And it seems we found something truly extraordinary." As they drifted deeper into the expanse, they encountered a vast structure suspended in the cosmic tapestry, a colossal lattice of shimmering energy that pulsed with the rhythm of the melody. It was a construct of staggering complexity, its architecture defying conventional understanding. "Captain, my readings indicate that this structure is unlike anything we've encountered," Ryler reported, his excitement palpable. "It's alive, an energy matrix resonating in harmony with the expanse." Elara gazed at the structure, her intuition confirming what she had felt all along. It's a conduit, a bridge between realities, a manifestation of the sea's deeper echoes. The ship moved closer, the structure's energy enveloping them in a gentle embrace. It was as if they were part of a grand cosmic dance, the music of the expanse weaving around them in a timeless waltz. Entering the structure, they found themselves surrounded by spectral forms, beings of light and shadow that moved with graceful fluidity, their presence an extension of the expanse's will. They were neither hostile nor welcoming, their purpose singular, to preserve the harmony of the cosmos. One of the beings approached, its form shimmering with an inner light. It reached out, a gesture of communication that bypassed language and spoke directly to their hearts. "The song is eternal," a being conveyed, its voice a melody that resonated within their minds. "You are the caretakers, the listeners. Together, we ensure the balance remains." Elara felt a profound connection to these beings, their existence a testament to the universe's vast interconnectedness. "We will honor that balance," she promised, her words a vow to the cosmos itself. With a final harmonious note, the beings receded into the structure, their presence a reminder of the universe's boundless mysteries. The Starbreaker drifted away from the expanse, the crew imbued with a sense of purpose and wonder. As they charted a course back to known space, the melody of the expanse lingered in their hearts, a testament to the infinite possibilities that lay beyond the stars. And as the ship sailed into the starlit void, Elara knew that they were not just explorers of space, but custodians of the cosmic song, a melody that echoed through time and space, waiting to be discovered by those who dared to listen. Part 6. The Symphony of Infinite Horizons. The Starbreaker glided smoothly back into the realms of known space, the vastness of the ethereal expanse, receding into the tapestry of their shared experience. The journey had carved an indelible mark upon the crew, their wisdom deepened by the cosmic symphony they had encountered. Yet, the vastness of space offered no respite. It beckoned them onward, ever deeper into its embrace. Days passed as they traveled through the familiar corridors of space, the stars shimmering like whispered promises of adventure. The crew, rejuvenated by their encounter, fell into the comforting rhythm of life aboard the ship. The hum of the engines became a lullaby, and the starry tapestry outside served as a constant reminder of the wonders they had witnessed. Elara stood on the bridge, gazing out at the endless vista. Her thoughts danced between the melody of the expanse and the gentle pull of the unknown, a longing to understand the deeper mysteries that lay beyond the edges of perception. "Captain," Arya's voice infused the air with a soft chime. "We're approaching the Arcadian belt. It's an ideal location for resupply and rest." Elara nodded, feeling a serene anticipation. The Arcadian belt was a region known for its floating asteroid sanctuaries, where traders and wanderers alike found refuge and solace. It was a place where the cosmic currents were gentle, where the hustle of the galaxy softened to a harmonious whisper. "Set course for the belt," Elara instructed. "It'll be good to breathe different air for a while." As the Starbreaker approached the sprawling asteroid field, the crew prepared for their sojourn. The Arcadian belt was a marvel unto itself, a scattered collection of celestial islands, each asteroid a world of its own, connected by iridescent bridges that wove a network of shared existence across the void. They docked at the largest of these sanctuaries, known as Lyra's Rest, a vibrant hub of activity nestled within a hollowed asteroid. The air was fragrant with exotic blooms thriving in floating gardens, and the gentle hum of life reverberated through the corridors. Elara and her crew disembarked, stepping into a world that was both familiar and wondrously alien. The asteroid's interior was a testament to ingenuity, with bioluminescent flora casting soft, colorful glows that danced across the walls. The atmosphere was alive with the melody of interstellar travelers, their stories weaving a tapestry of shared dreams and ambitions. As they wandered through the marketplace, Elara found herself drawn to a stall run by a wizened figure, their features hidden beneath layers of intricately patterned robes. The air around the stall shimmered with the scent of spices and ancient incense. "Welcome, travelers," the figure greeted, their voice like the rustle of leaves in a gentle breeze. "What brings you to Lyra's Rest?" Elara smiled, feeling an ineffable connection with this enigmatic soul. "We're seekers of knowledge, always hungry for the stories the universe has to offer." The figure chuckled, a sound that resonated with the wisdom of ages. "Ah, then you have come to the right place. The belt is full of tales waiting to be told." Ryler stepped forward, his curiosity piqued. "What do you know of the ethereal expanse?" "Ah," the figure sighed, their voice turning introspective. "The expanse is a realm of dreams, a place where the veil between worlds is thin. Those who dare to enter may find themselves woven into the very fabric of its mysteries." Elara nodded, understanding the weight of those words. "We've seen its wonders, and we carry its echoes with us." The figure's eyes, hidden though they were, seemed to regard them with a knowing warmth. Then you have been touched by the stars, and your journey has only just begun. There are others who seek the same path, and together you will shape the universe's song. With a nod of gratitude, Elara and her crew continued their exploration of Lyra's Rest. They found solace in the tranquil gardens where floating lanterns cast a gentle glow over still waters, and gravity seemed a mere suggestion. In the evening, as the asteroid drifted through a nebula's embrace, Elara gathered her crew by a reflecting pool. The soft luminescence of the nebula filtered through the garden's canopy, casting ethereal patterns across their faces. "We've come a long way," Elara said, her voice a gentle melody that resonated with the stars above. "The universe has shown us its wonders, and every step takes us further down a path of discovery." Jax nodded, his gaze contemplative. "It's more than just destinations. It's the journey itself, the echoes we leave behind." Maeve, sitting cross-legged on the soft grass, spoke with a quiet determination. "We have a duty to the universe, to honor what we've learned from the sea and the expanse." Ryler added his voice to the chorus, his words reflecting the scholar's heart. "And there is so much more to learn, so many stories waiting to be uncovered." In that moment, under the watchful gaze of the cosmos, the crew of the Starbreaker forged a bond stronger than any they had known. They were more than explorers. They were keepers of the universe's song. And they would continue to listen to its whispers, to follow its melodies wherever they might lead. Their time in Lyra's Rest was a peaceful interlude, a chance to gather strength and reflect on the wonders they had encountered. Yet the pull of the unknown remained, a gentle summons from the stars that urged them onward. As they prepared to depart, the crew felt a shared excitement, a sense of stepping into the next chapter of their journey. The Starbreaker rose from the asteroid's embrace, its path charted by the light of countless stars. And as they sailed into the vast expanse once more, the universe greeted them with open arms, its song an eternal echo that promised infinite horizons and endless possibilities. Art 7. The Enigma of the Veiled Haven. The Starbreaker sailed serenely through the ocean of stars, its elegant form cutting through the cosmos with purpose and grace. The Arcadian belt now lay behind them, its tranquil charm woven into the myriad of experiences etched into the crew's collective memory. Each member felt the pull of the stars, the gentle whisper of the universe urging them onward to new adventures, to uncover the mysteries that lay beyond the reach of their current understanding. As they traversed the vastness, the ship's sensors picked up a peculiar anomaly, a spatial distortion that shimmered on the fringes of known space. It was an enigma hidden within a nebula of swirling colors, its nature elusive, yet tantalizingly close. Elara, drawn by an instinct she couldn't quite name, ordered the ship to alter course. Her decision was met with the crew's renewed eagerness for discovery. The anomaly whispered promises of revelation, and they were more than willing to listen. "Arya, what can you tell us about the anomaly?" Elara asked, her gaze fixed on the vibrant nebula displayed on the bridge's holographic panorama. The ship's AI responded with a tone of thoughtful observation. "The anomaly appears to be a gravitational rift, Captain. Its exact origin is unknown, but it seems to harbor a stable zone within, a sector untouched by the turbulence surrounding it." Ryler leaned forward, his scholarly curiosity piqued. "A rift with a stable core? That's rare, even among cosmic phenomena." Elara nodded, feeling the familiar thrill of the unknown tickle her senses. "Plot a course for the center of the anomaly. Let's see what secrets it holds." As the Starbreaker navigated the nebula's swirling mists, the colors seemed to dance around them, a kaleidoscope of iridescent hues that painted the ship's hull in transient shades of wonder. The gravitational forces tugged gently at their trajectory, guiding them toward the heart of the anomaly with an almost gentle insistence. Beyond the mists lay a sight that took their breath away. A hidden world suspended within the embrace of the rift. Its surface, an intricate mosaic of verdant forests, shimmering lakes, and towering peaks. This was no ordinary planet. It was a sanctuary, cradled in the universe's tender embrace. What a beautiful place, Maeve marveled, her eyes alight with amazement. It's like a paradise hidden away from the rest of the galaxy. Jax, standing beside her, nodded in agreement. It's untouched, preserved by the rift's protection. We might be the first outsiders to see it. Elara felt a deep sense of reverence for this veiled haven. Let's explore it carefully. We don't want to disturb the balance here. As the ship descended through the planet's atmosphere, they were greeted by the scents of rich earth and fragrant blossoms. The air was crisp, filled with the sounds of life, a chorus that resonated with the harmony of the universe. They landed in a meadow bordered by whispering trees, their leaves glimmering with an inner light. Stepping onto the soft grass, the crew was enveloped by a sense of tranquility, as if the planet itself welcomed them into its fold. Ryler knelt to examine the flora, his fingers brushing against petals that sparkled like morning dew. These plants, they're unlike any I've seen before. It's as if they resonate with the planet's unique energies. Elara took a deep breath, allowing the peace of the place to seep into her core. Let's split up and explore, but stay within comm range. We should learn as much as we can without disturbing anything. As they ventured into the wilderness, each crew member was drawn to different aspects of the landscape. Maeve discovered a grove of crystal-clear pools, their waters reflecting the sky in infinite shades of blue. Jax found himself captivated by a network of caves that hummed with a silent song, the earth beneath his feet vibrating with a gentle rhythm. Elara wandered through a grove of ancient trees, their trunks wide and gnarled, their branches reaching toward the heavens. She felt a kinship with these silent sentinels, as if they too had witnessed the passage of time and the secrets it carried. In the heart of the grove, she encountered a clearing where a single stone altar stood, a relic of unknown origin, inscribed with symbols that pulsed with a quiet luminescence. It was a place of deep resonance, a focal point for the energies that permeated the planet. Elara reached out, her fingers grazing the cool stone. As she did, a vision unfurled before her eyes. Fleeting glimpses of a civilization long gone, their lives intertwined with the planet's essence. They were custodians of knowledge, guardians of a harmony that resonated through the eons. The vision faded, leaving Elara with a profound understanding of the planet's purpose. It was a sanctuary for the universe's secrets, a place where the echoes of the past sang in harmony with the present. Reuniting with her crew, Elara shared her experience, her words infused with awe and respect. This planet is a keeper of secrets, a guardian of knowledge that transcends time. We must ensure its protection. Her crew nodded, their expressions reflecting the reverence they felt. They knew that their discovery carried a responsibility to honor the balance that had preserved this hidden haven for millennia. As they prepared to depart, Elara cast one last look at the tranquil landscape, her heart filled with gratitude for the planet's silent song. The Starbreaker ascended once more, leaving the veiled haven untouched, its secrets safe within the embrace of the rift. The stars welcomed them back into their embrace, and as the ship sailed into the cosmic unknown, Elara felt a renewed sense of purpose. The universe was vast, its mysteries infinite, and they were but humble participants in its grand symphony. The Starbreaker continued its journey, guided by the echoes of the stars and the melody of the infinite horizons yet to be explored. Part 8. The Luminous Tapestry. The Starbreaker cut through the darkness of space like an arrow of light, bearing its crew on the current of cosmic wonder. The void stretched endlessly before them, a canvas upon which the universe painted itself with stars and nebula, each a part of a greater tapestry that whispered secrets to those willing to listen. Days flowed into nights, a seamless dance of celestial bodies that marked the passage of time, until the ship received a beacon signal, an unassuming pulse emanating from deep within the Veil Nebula. It was an invitation of sorts, a subtle call that resonated with Elara's curiosity and the crew's thirst for discovery. "Arya, track the source," Elara instructed, her eyes alight with the familiar spark of adventure. The AI, ever vigilant, responded with seamless efficiency. The signal originates from a dense region within the nebula. It's consistent with an old exploration station, a relic from the early days of stellar charting. Ryler's eyes gleamed with interest. A station within the nebula. Those records were believed lost to time. The nebula's currents must have shielded it from detection, Jack suggested, his mind already working through the possibilities. We might find artifacts untouched for centuries. Elara felt the pull of the unknown. It was a siren song woven into her captain's soul. "Let's investigate. There might be something valuable, something meant to find its way back to us." The Starbreaker navigated the shimmering tendrils of the nebula, its hull caressed by stardust and light. The crew watched as the nebula's colors played across the ship's exterior, casting ethereal shadows within the bridge. As they approached the coordinates, the silhouette of the exploration station emerged against the nebula's kaleidoscope of color, a lone sentinel adrift in the cosmic sea. Its hull was battered by time, yet it stood resolute, a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who first charted these stars. The crew donned their suits and entered the station, the air within surprisingly intact, carrying a faint scent of machinery and old memories. Dust motes danced in the beams of their helmet lights, revealing corridors lined with consoles and panels, frozen in time. Maeve, ever the vigilant tactician, led the way through the station's labyrinthine corridors. "We'll start with the control room. There might be data we can recover." As they reached the heart of the station, Ryler's fingers moved deftly over the console, coaxing life from the dormant systems. Flickers of light danced across the screens, revealing star maps and logs, fragments of the station's purpose pieced together like a scattered puzzle. This place was a hub for star mapping and anomaly research, Ryler said, his voice echoing in the stillness. They were studying the nebula's impact on local space-time. Elara approached a holographic display that flickered to life, revealing a projection of the nebula and its hidden currents. The intricate patterns resonated with an underlying harmony, a cosmic dance that evoked the celestial echoes they had encountered before. "The nebula itself is a living entity," Ryler continued, his voice tinged with awe. "It interacts with the stars, with light and gravity, a symphony composed by the universe." Jax, inspecting a nearby console, uncovered a collection of personal logs, entries from the station's last inhabitants. Their voices, laden with excitement and wonder, spoke of their discoveries, their hopes for the future, and their unwavering belief in the beauty of the unknown. "We must have left the station before the currents enveloped it," Jax mused, his eyes scanning the logs. Yet they knew their work would eventually be found. Elara nodded, feeling a kinship with those who had walked these halls long before. She sensed the echoes of their dreams, their determination to chart the stars and uncover the mysteries that lay beyond. As they explored further, the crew stumbled upon a chamber filled with artifacts. a collection of star charts meticulously etched onto crystalline surfaces, each one capturing a fragment of the nebula's luminescent dance. Maeve traced a finger over one of the charts, her touch careful and reverent. "These are works of art," she remarked, her voice soft with admiration. Ryler scanned the charts, his mind absorbing their intricate details. "These are maps, not just of space, but of time, a record of how the nebula evolves." Elara felt a profound sense of purpose as she gazed at the maps, her connection to the universe deepening with every discovery. "We have to preserve this knowledge, to share it with those who will follow." With newfound resolve, the crew carefully catalogued their findings, digitizing the charts and logs for safekeeping. As they prepared to leave, Elara took a moment to stand in silence, honoring the explorers who had come before. "Thank you," she whispered, her words a tribute to the dreamers who dared to explore the unknown. Back aboard the Starbreaker, the crew watched as the station receded into the nebula's embrace, its secret safe once more within the cosmic tapestry. They felt a sense of fulfillment, knowing they had uncovered a piece of history that spoke to the heart of exploration itself. As the ship resumed its journey, Elara felt a sense of harmony with the universe, the nebula's song resonating in her soul. The stars stretched endlessly before them, a luminous tapestry woven with the echoes of those who had come before and those who would follow. With the cosmos as their guide, the Starbreaker and its crew sailed on, their hearts attuned to the whispers of the stars and the endless possibilities that lay beyond the horizon. Together, they danced upon the notes of the universe's eternal symphony, content in the knowledge that they were an integral part of its magnificent song. Stars. Part 9. The Harmonic Nexus. The Starbreaker continued its voyage across the velvet expanse of space, its path an intricate thread woven through the cosmic loom. The mysteries of the veiled nebula lingered in the minds of the crew, each member carrying a piece of its ethereal melody within their hearts. The galaxy, ever vast and enigmatic, awaited them with open arms, eager to share its next secret. It was during a quiet shift on the bridge that Arya's gentle voice broke the tranquil silence. "Captain, I'm detecting a peculiar energy signature ahead. It resembles a nexus point, an intersection of stellar pathways." Elara, seated comfortably in her captain's chair, felt a familiar flicker of curiosity. "Show me." A holographic display unfolded, revealing a complex web of energy streams converging at a single point, their luminescence pulsating with a gentle rhythm. The nexus appeared to be a swirling whirlpool of light, drawing the cosmic currents into a harmonious dance. Rylor, studying the display, leaned forward with keen interest. "A nexus like this is rare. It could be a natural convergence of the galaxy's energies, a place where celestial forces are in perfect alignment." Elara nodded, feeling the pull of the unknown. "Let's investigate. There might be something extraordinary at its heart." As the Starbreaker approached the nexus, the ship's sensors vibrated with the resonance of its energy, a symphony composed of starlight, gravity, and time. The crew watched in awe as the surrounding space shimmered with prismatic hues, the convergence creating an aurora that danced across the void. Navigating carefully toward the center, they encountered a sight that took their breath away, a crystalline structure suspended within the nexus, its facets catching the light in a dazzling display. It was as if the universe had crafted a cathedral of pure energy, its architecture a testament to the beauty and complexity of creation. Jax's eyes widened with wonder as he observed the structure's intricate design. It's like a cosmic prism, refracting the energies into something tangible. Maeve, ever vigilant, scanned the surrounding space. The nexus is stable, but we should tread carefully. We don't want to disturb the balance here. Elara nodded, her heart attuned to the harmonious interplay around them. Let's explore its purpose. There might be a reason this nexus was formed. They donned their suits and left the safety of the ship, drifting toward the crystalline structure, which was adorned with symbols and patterns reminiscent of the ancient languages they had encountered before. This is a repository of knowledge, he deduced, his voice filled with reverence. A library of the cosmos. As they explored the structure, the crew discovered chambers filled with holographic displays that came to life at their presence. Each chamber was a living repository of the galaxy's history, a chronicle of the civilizations and events that had shaped the stars. They wandered through the chambers, absorbing the knowledge and wisdom preserved within. Each display was a story, a message from those who had come before, a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and understanding. In one chamber, Elara paused before a display that depicted a star system in its infancy, its planets forming amid swirling dust and light. She watched as the display evolved, showing the passage of ages and the bloom of life across worlds. It's a history of the galaxy, she mused, her voice soft with wonder. A chronicle of its birth and the lives it nurtures. Rylar nodded, his scholarly mind piecing together the threads of the narrative. It's as if the nexus gathers the energy and essence of the stars, preserving it for those who seek to learn. Jax, standing nearby, traced a finger along the holographic representation of a distant civilization. This place is a bridge across time, a way to connect with the galaxy's past and understand our place within it. The crew continued their exploration, each member reflecting on the stories unfolding before them. They felt a profound connection to the Nexus, recognizing it as a testament to the enduring quest for knowledge and the harmony that binds the cosmos. As they prepared to return to the Starbreaker, Elara took a moment to gaze out at the swirling energies of the Nexus. She felt a deep sense of gratitude for the universe's gift, the knowledge that had been entrusted to them. "We have a responsibility," she said, her voice steady with resolve, "to preserve what we've discovered and share it with others." The crew nodded, their hearts aligned with Elara's purpose. They knew that the knowledge they carried was not just a treasure, but a legacy, a means to illuminate the path for future explorers. Back aboard the Starbreaker, they watched as the Nexus receded into the distance, its harmonic melodies resonating in their souls. They had encountered a piece of the universe's tapestry, a reminder of the infinite possibilities that lay beyond the horizon. As the ship resumed its journey, the crew felt a renewed sense of purpose, their hearts attuned to the cosmic symphony that guided them. The stars stretched before them, their light a beacon of hope and discovery. Together, they sailed on, embracing the universe's mysteries with open hearts and minds, knowing that they were part of something far greater, a harmonious nexus of exploration, understanding, and the boundless wonder of the cosmos. Part X, the Celestial Garden. The Starbreaker drifted gracefully through the cosmic sea, guided by the starlight that wove through the fabric of space. The crew, invigorated by their experiences at the Nexus, carried a quiet anticipation for the next chapter of their journey, a sense of readiness for whatever wonder might reveal itself in the vast expanse. After several days of serene travel, Arya's voice gently interrupted the ambient hum of the ship. "Captain, we are approaching an anomaly. Sensors indicate a convergence of unusual biological signatures." Intrigued by this new discovery, Elara leaned forward in her chair, her curiosity piqued. "Let's take a closer look." The ship adjusted its trajectory, gliding toward a region where the stars seemed to cluster in a dense, glittering array. As they drew nearer, the nebula unveiled its hidden secret, a celestial garden, a vibrant oasis of life, flourishing amidst the distant constellations. It was a place where the void had given birth to beauty, where tendrils of luminous vines and crystalline blossoms intertwined in a delicate dance. The colors were vivid, pulsating with a life force that resonated at the edge of perception. Maeve gazed out at the extraordinary vista, her voice filled with awe. "It's like a living painting, a masterpiece of nature's artistry." Ryler, always the scholar, scanned the garden with analytical enthusiasm. "These biological signatures are unlike any recorded flora. They seem to thrive on the energies present in space itself." Jax, captivated by the sight, added, "It's an ecosystem adapted to the cosmic elements, using stardust and light as their sustenance." Elara felt a deep sense of wonder as she observed the garden. The universe, in its infinite creativity, had crafted a place where life could flourish in the most unexpected of environments. "Let's explore it," Elara decided, her heart resonating with the moment's potential. "But we'll do so with care. We don't want to disrupt the balance here." The Starbreaker descended gently into the heart of the celestial garden, its presence a whisper amidst the vibrant blooms. As they disembarked, they were enveloped by the soft glow of the flora, a gentle luminescence that bathed them in a spectrum of colors. They wandered through the garden, each step a journey through a realm of sensory delight. The air, though devoid of the usual planetary elements, carried a subtle fragrance, a sweet scent that seemed to speak of the star's own breath. Ryler knelt beside a cluster of crystalline flowers, his eyes alight with curiosity. These blooms appeared to absorb and refract starlight, converting it into energy. It's photosynthesis on a cosmic scale. Maeve reached out to touch a vine that hummed with a gentle vibration, her fingers brushing against its silken surface. "It's almost as if they're aware of us," she remarked, her voice tinged with wonder. Jax, exploring a grove of larger plants, discovered a network of translucent structures that resembled delicate sculptures. These formations, they're like reservoirs, collecting and storing the nebula's energies. Elara felt a profound connection to this place, an understanding of the intricate balance that allowed life to flourish in the unlikeliest of spaces. The garden was a testament to the resilience of life, a reminder of the beauty that could emerge from the void. In the garden's heart, they discovered a small clearing, where a pool of liquid light shimmered, a natural basin formed by the intertwining roots of ancient vines. Its surface reflected the stars above, creating an illusion of the cosmos itself contained within its depths. Gathered around the pool, the crew felt a sense of peace, their hearts attuned to the gentle harmony of the garden. Elara knelt beside the liquid light, her reflection merging with the stars, her thoughts a quiet echo of gratitude. "This place is a sanctuary," she said softly, her voice a melodic note in the garden's symphony. "A reminder of the universe's capacity for creation and renewal." The crew nodded in agreement, their spirits lifted by the garden's tranquil embrace. They understood that their presence here was a privilege, a chance to witness the universe's artistry firsthand. As they made their way back to the Starbreaker, Elara felt a renewed sense of purpose. The garden had offered them more than just a wondrous sight. It had reminded them of their role as caretakers of the cosmos, guardians of the delicate balance that allowed life to thrive. Once aboard the ship, they took a moment to reflect on their journey, the discoveries they had made, and the endless possibilities that awaited them. The celestial garden, with its silent song, had become a part of their story, a chapter in the grand narrative of exploration and wonder. With the stars as their guide, the Starbreaker continued its voyage, the crew united in their quest to uncover the universe's secrets. They sailed onward, their hearts open to the beauty and mystery that lay ahead, knowing that each new discovery was a note in the symphony of the stars. And as they ventured into the depths of space, the celestial garden remained in their memories, a luminous tapestry woven into the fabric of their journey, a beacon of life's enduring spirit amidst the vastness of the cosmos. Part 11. Echoes of the Forgotten Sphere. The Starbreaker glided effortlessly through the cosmic dreamscape, the celestial garden a cherished memory etched into the hearts of its crew. The vastness of space stretched before them, offering an unbroken horizon of stars and the soft glow of distant galaxies. The universe whispered its secrets, and they listened, attuned to its timeless rhythm. As they sailed onward, Arya's soft voice once again caressed the air, drawing the crew's attention. "Captain, I've detected an unusual artifact drifting in a nearby system. It appears to be an ancient construct of unknown origin." Elara, seated at the helm, felt a familiar pulse of curiosity quicken her heartbeat. "Let's take a look. Set a course for the artifact." The ship adjusted its trajectory, veering toward the coordinates Arya provided. As they approached the system, the artifact came into view, a colossal sphere suspended in the void, its surface etched with intricate patterns that glimmered faintly in the starlight. Jax, peering through the viewport, let out a low whistle of appreciation. "Look at the size of that thing. It's massive." Rylor, ever the scholar, examined the artifact's surface with analytical fervor. "The markings are unlike any known script. This construct predates even the earliest civilizations in our records." Elara felt a sense of awe mingled with reverence. It could be a relic from an era long forgotten. We should investigate further. The Starbreaker maneuvered closer, its presence dwarfed by the artifact's immense scale. As they neared, it became evident that the sphere had sustained damage over the eons. A series of fissures marred its otherwise smooth surface, offering glimpses of the interior. "Let's explore," Elara decided, her voice steady with anticipation. "Rylor, Jax, suit up. Maeve, keep an eye on our surroundings." The crew donned their exploration suits and exited the ship, floating toward one of the larger breaches in the sphere. As they entered, they were greeted by a cavernous space filled with a soft, ambient light that seemed to emanate from the walls themselves. Inside, they discovered an intricate labyrinth of passageways and chambers, each adorned with enigmatic symbols and beautifully crafted mosaics. The air was still, filled with the whisper of echoes from a lost civilization. Rylor's eyes sparkled with excitement as he examined the mosaics up close. These depictions, it's as if they're telling a story, a history encoded in art. The crew ventured deeper into the sphere, their path illuminated by the gentle glow that suffused the structure. As they traversed the corridors, they encountered alcoves filled with artifacts, delicate sculptures, finely tooled instruments, and crystalline tablets that seemed to hum with a faint resonance. Jax paused to inspect one of the tablets, his fingers tracing the intricate patterns etched into its surface. These artifacts suggest a highly advanced society. They must have had a profound understanding of both art and science. Elara nodded, feeling the presence of the past around them. Their legacy has endured, even in silence. Perhaps there's something here we can learn, something that speaks to the harmony they achieved. In the central chamber, they found a vast dome, filled with a constellation of lights, tiny motes that floated lazily through the air, casting gentle rays that danced across the room. At the center stood a podium, on which rested a crystal sphere that pulsed with an inner glow. Elara approached the sphere with a sense of wonder, her fingers brushing its surface. As she did, the lights coalesced into a tapestry of images and sounds, a living symphony of memories that played out before them. They saw scenes of a vibrant world thriving with life, its inhabitants engaged in a harmonious existence. They watched as the civilization grew, its people exploring the stars, forging connections across the cosmos. And they witnessed the eventual decline, a slow fading into obscurity, until only echoes remained. The vision receded, leaving the crew in a reflective silence. It was a profound reminder of the cyclical nature of existence, the inevitability of change, and the enduring impact of those who came before. Ryler, his voice filled with emotion, broke the silence. They've left us a gift, a chance to remember, to learn, and perhaps to carry their legacy forward. Elara felt a deep sense of gratitude, her heart resonating with the silent song of the forgotten sphere. We have the knowledge to preserve their memory, to share their story with the galaxy, a testament to the resilience of life and the beauty of creation. The crew of the Starbreaker continued their voyage, guided by the stars and the timeless resonance of the celestial sphere. Together, they sailed on through the vastness, their journey a harmonious blend of discovery and understanding, an eternal symphony that promised new horizons and the enduring voice of the cosmos.